Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. If you don't do this 100% of the time, I guarantee you, you are going to get in trouble. What did your gut say to you when your husband wanted you to sign for a second mortgage for $143,000?
I know my gut feeling was telling me there was something really wrong, but
Okay.
I was 9 months pregnant.
And you asked me, can I afford it?
It's my husband. He wants to buy a Kawasaki quad. He's been wanting it for quite some time now. I'm not so crazy about the idea.
You're using me. You are using me. Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching The Suze Orman Show. Now, do you ever sit at home and do you wonder, how do these people that call in to the Suze Orman Show get themselves into the situation that they get themselves into? Or do you wonder, how did you get yourself into the situation that you have gotten yourself into when it comes to your money? Chances are you did not do the one thing that I have been asking you to do from day one on the Suze Orman Show, and it is this: trust your gut. What am I talking about? Listen up. Every single one of you that gets in trouble because of somebody else, you did something you didn't want to do. You co-signed a loan for somebody. You lent somebody money. You invested your money in a stock that you didn't want to invest in. You did so because somebody else told you to do it. You felt like you shouldn't do it, but you didn't have the courage to say no, or you believed them. Even though you thought that you shouldn't be doing it, you trusted somebody else more than you trusted yourself. I am here to tell you, if you do that, you have a 100% chance of getting yourself in trouble and one day saying, why didn't I listen to myself? You know the rules here. They're very simple. You need to trust yourself more than you trust others. You are never to talk yourself into trusting anyone. You're to listen to that little voice. You know, it's a little voice that's right around here. That little voice that talks to you. If it says no, you say no. Because if you don't, one day you are going to regret it. And I am here to tell you that you will see this every time. Our first guest tonight is Sibel. She is coming to us from Washington, D.C. Now, Sibel is 34 years old. She is a dentist. She has a 3-year-old daughter, and she is legally separated from her husband. Welcome, Sibel. You are somebody who did not trust your gut. Your ex-husband came to you. He wanted to borrow money from you, not just once, but twice. He asked you for money. You said yes, even though your gut said no. Now, fill everybody in on the details.
Well, basically, I've been in this relationship with this man since I was 18, and I thought I could really trust him. But I had been deceived many times, as I came to find out.
What's the biggest way that you felt he deceived you? Because when people hear deceived, they think, oh, he cheated on you with somebody else. Is that what you mean?
No, he hid a lot of things from me. And
when it comes to money, he hid debt. He hid debt that you never knew he had. How much debt the first time he came to you? How much did he ask you for the very first time?
Well, the very first time, he came to my sister, and it was about $30,000 in debt.
All right, so let's go through this slowly. He went to your sister behind your back.
Well, no, he came to me, and
yes.
I didn't want to ask my sister, and I said, if you need the money, you need to come and ask my sister. We'll both sit down together, but you explain the situation.
And what did he tell your sister and you that he needed $30,000 for?
For credit card debt.
So he had owed $30,000 on a credit card prior to the time that you had gotten married.
Yes.
Did you see any evidence of what he could have purchased for $30,000?
Not really.
So he goes to your sister. He borrows $30,000 from her because she says yes, and he pays her back.
He did
correct?
pay her back. That's correct.
He pays her back. Next, he comes to you a few years later and asks for how much money?
He asked to borrow, I think, $143,000.
And $143,000 from you. Where were you going to get $143,000 from?
Through a second mortgage loan.
All right, so what did he say he needed $143,000 for?
He said that he had problems in the past, that he had been very irresponsible from the time before we had gotten married, and that he was very young and had been very irresponsible. And so he was hiding that information from me, but because he was trying to solve the problem on his own.
So now we're at $173,000 that he says he's owed to people that, again, you haven't seen any evidence of anything he could have purchased for that amount of money, correct?
Correct.
What did your gut say to you when your husband wanted you to sign for a second mortgage for $143,000?
I was confused. I was mad, very angry.
Yeah. But even though you were confused and very angry, you said, okay.
I did.
You did. Next, he comes to you again.
Yes, he did. This time I was 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And this is very emotional for me.
That's okay. We're all right with you, girlfriend. We're right here for you. Go on. Because I have good news for you at the end. So if you can just stick through this with me, I have an action plan for you that will help you. So go on. People are right here with you. We're supporting you. Go on.
Good, I'm glad. Well,
Yeah.
he came to me when I was 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, with his child.
With his child.
Yes.
And he had told me that he hadn't told me the entire truth the first time around, because he was afraid that if he had told me the entire amount, that I would have left him. And again, this time was in a hurry. He came with the solution, came up with the solution. It's the only way to do this. We'll go ahead and we'll borrow more money, clear out all the debt. And this time he was a little bit more revealing with the information, but he...
How much was it this time that he needed?
$226,000.
So here it is. You're signing for this. You're taking all the equity out of your home, everywhere you can possibly get any money for him to pay off this extraordinary debt. And again, your gut at this point in time tells you what?
Told me not to do it.
And yet,
I had a hard time doing it, but I did it anyway.
Why did you do it? That's the key here. Why did you do it?
I was pressured into it. It's one, every time he came to me, it always came to me with a solution. And it was always in a hurry. So I didn't have much time to think about it. This is the only solution. I made the appointment. I just need you to come with me. I need you to support me. I need you. You have good credit. It's the only way out. We'll go ahead and we'll sign this, and a year down the road, we'll sell the house. And I had that in my mind, but I know my gut feeling was telling me there was something really wrong. But
Okay.
I was 9 months pregnant. I signed that second mortgage. It was April 2006. My daughter was born on April 18th. So I had thoughts of that, bringing my daughter and feeling like I needed the house. And
So here we are, a few years later. Your daughter is 3 years of age. And what brought you to where you are right now that you and your husband are divorcing?
that wasn't the end of it. That was just the tip of the problem. I came later to find out that he still continued to get himself in trouble with that. And just the whole relationship, I feel like it had been built on deceit.
You thought you knew him like you knew the back of your hand. And the truth of the matter is you didn't know anything about him in reality. And that is why I want everybody watching the Suze Orman Show right now, I want you to listen to this closely. All of you think that you know the person that you're marrying or that you are in relationship more than anything, that nothing could ever go wrong, that you trust them, they are your soulmate. Oh my God, all the things that you're hearing in this situation were felt. And the truth of the matter is this relationship was built on total deceit. Now we're in a situation where we're getting divorced here. We have a 3-year-old child. He is supposed to be paying $900 a month in child support. He's supposed to be paying money for the second mortgage by law, and he hasn't been paying child support. Is that correct?
That's correct. He's 3 months behind.
And now you are in a situation where you owe approximately $200,000 more on your home than it's worth. You cannot afford to make the payments. You are in financial trouble, and now you don't know what to do, and that is why you have come on the Suze Orman Show, correct?
That's correct.
Here, my love, are the answers for you. You're living in a home, and you may love this home a lot, but
I actually don't.
good, because what I was going to say is if you happen to love the home, it also has memories in it that you need to get rid of. You need, I'm sure the home is a fine home, but every time you go into this home, you are reminded about the lies, the deceit, and the greed that took place within the walls of this home, correct?
Correct.
So, the question becomes, what do you do with a house where you owe more than what it's worth? In your particular financial situation, you will qualify for a short sale. You do not have the income coming in to be able to afford the home, to be able to keep it going the way that it is. So you should contact your banker and put it up for a short sale. A short sale is simply where you sell it for less than what you owe the bank, and everything then becomes okay after that. Next, you will then move into an apartment. When you move into an apartment, you're going to cut down your expenses by about $1,000, maybe $1,500 a month. Next, I think you should go after your husband for child support in every possible way. If you cut down your housing expenses, if you get the $900 a month from child support from him, and if you currently increase your exemptions at work so that you get more money every single month in your paycheck, because you are currently getting about a $13,000 a year tax refund. If you increase your exemptions, you would get an extra $1,000 a month in your paycheck. When you put all of that together, you're looking at an additional $3,000 or $4,000 per month than what you are making right now. That will allow you to start over, to start saving money for yourself in an emergency fund, put money away for retirement, and have enough to fund your daughter's college education. Do you got that?
Yes.
That is your action plan. But the biggest lesson that you have got to take away from this is what? Who are you going to trust from this day on?
My gut, myself.
Will you ever, ever again not listen to that little voice?
I will listen to that little voice.
No matter how much in love you are, no matter what somebody says to you, no matter what sob story he or she or anybody has for you, if you trust your gut, if you listen to yourself, girlfriend, you're going to turn this around and you are going to be the winner. And that, I trust, is the truth.
Thank you.
it shows you how inept many of these institutions are that they are sending your one-year-old child a credit card application. Got it? Also, why is it his fault that there's $98,000 on this credit card if he doesn't go out and spend? What is Suze Orman not getting here? And later, been wanting something? Ask me, can I afford it?
I am looking to upgrade my hot tub to a swim spa.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you asking me on the Can I Afford It segment if you can spend $20,000 on something you have never even tried? Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Diane, you're up next. What can I do for you?
Well, thank you, first of all, for taking my call. This is really helpful, and I'm a big fan of your show.
Thank you.
Well, here's the problem. My 84-year-old mother is starting to take advice from financial advice from just about everybody.
Yeah.
And the biggest problem that we're having is she's also forgetful.
Yeah.
And I moved back recently from overseas because I have my sister, my only other sibling, is terminally ill. She lives near my mother but can't get to places with my mother.
Yeah.
So now my mother, I found out by accident the other day that she had a meeting with a financial advisor who her doctor recommended. And, so it's this kind of thing where I had gone back to see her, and we kind of sat down and, went over a lot of things. And my sister and I both have a power of attorney on her. We do have a revocable living trust. We have quitclaim deeds to the house. And now my mother, she's just panicking over the money that she's lost in, the stock market last fall.
All right, now, the living trust that you have, who is the trustee of that trust for your mother?
My sister and myself.
Then how is it possible that your mother is making any decisions about this money that she has no control over anymore?
She just doesn't tell us.
But legally, she can't do that. Legally, if you have these accounts set up in trust at these financial institutions, do you understand?
Right.
They cannot release money because your mother says she wants the money when she is not the trustee or the person in charge of the money.
Okay.
They legally cannot do that, which is why you have trustees set up to take care of family members when they can't do it themselves. So you need to call the financial institutions that are holding your mother's money and say, you are in violation of the trust here. You have been giving out money when she doesn't have control over her money. You owe us all this money back. If mom lost her money in the stock market because she's the one who told them to invest this money, but she doesn't have the right to tell them, and the trust has been set up correctly, and that is what the trust says, and that's how the account is held, they owe you all your money back. Let's go to New York. Dana, you're on the air.
Hi, Susie. First, I just want to say that my whole family loves your show, and I really appreciate you taking the time to answer my question.
Thank you, my dear Dana. Ask away.
Okay. I recently received a credit card application for my son, Dylan, who just turned 1. It was issued from the bank where his 529 plan was opened.
Yeah.
I called the bank and had him removed from their list, but now I'm concerned about his identity being stolen, especially because we're a military family who moves around a lot.
Yes.
What can I do to protect his credit future?
Here's the thing. It's very fascinating, and I'm actually glad you brought this up. First of all, it shows you how inept many of these institutions are that they are sending your one-year-old child a credit card application. Got it? So that's the first thing. However, a form of identity theft really is with younger children as well as older parents, because your child has a Social Security number. It would never dawn on you, however, to check a child's credit report every year because your child doesn't have any credit. Well, guess what? The identity thieves, oh, they know that. So they steal a child's social security number. They open up credit cards in the child's name. You have no idea that's happened because, again, you're not checking the credit report. They set up fake addresses. They do all these things. And it's not till later on in life when your child goes in to open up a credit card in his or her individual name that they go, oh, my God, what's this all about? So all you have to do is continue to check the credit reports of your children or child currently to make sure that nothing is going on. You can always put a fraud alert on a child's credit report if they happen to have any information on there. But really, all you need to do is continue to check it and you will be just fine. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I want to build my dream 3-car garage.
3 cars, but wait, I just looked at the monitor, $50,000. Also,
she is a sweetheart and, the object of my life really right now. And I would like to know if I can afford to buy her dream of a Tiffany engagement ring.
Did you hear what you just said? What do you want to buy?
Tiffany engagement ring.
My dream 3-car garage.
A swim spa.
Welcome back, everybody, to the infamous Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is you want to buy, and I either approve you or I deny you. Are you ready? Let's begin. Dave, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to build my dream 3-car garage.
3 cars. How many cars do you have, Dave?
3.
3. Okay, that's a good thing. Oh, but wait, I just looked at the monitor. $50,000. Are you sure it's not going to come in for more than that?
Well, I plan on doing a lot of the work myself, and I got a couple friends that are contractors, so I hope to keep the price pretty reasonable.
All right, boyfriend, show me the money.
All right, Susie. Well, we have a combined income, my wife and I, of $5,470.
Mm-hmm.
Our expenses total about $3,700 a month.
Good.
And presently we owe $204,000 on our 30-year fixed mortgage at 4.6.
Good.
And I owe $9,000 in student loans, $17,000 in car loans, and presently we have $51,000 in liquid savings.
How are you going to pay for this, Dave?
Well, that's what I'm curious about. I don't know whether to wipe out my life savings or take out a home equity loan.
All right, but either way, it's going to be savings or a home equity line of credit. Is that correct?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
All right, and so here's what I'm thinking. You are denied. And the reason you are denied is this. Oh, I went over your expenses, my dear Dave, and you are not being honest with yourself. You have absolutely no money down from doctors, dentists, vacations. You are so off with your monthly expenses as to what you are estimating. I cannot even tell you. And you want to take out your entire life savings when you need an 8-month emergency fund to build a 3-car garage, or you want to increase your expenses by taking out a home equity line of credit at a time when interest rates are more apt to go up than down. Are you kidding me? Denied. Honk, honk, honk for your cars, if you ask me. Susan, what do you want to buy?
Well, Susie, I am looking to upgrade my hot tub to a swim spa. I've been looking into this for quite a while, and I just want to know if we can afford it here.
Yeah, you always look over to the left here to see you want to spend $17,000 to $20,000 on a swim spa. What does that mean? That you go swimming and you stay in place because all this water comes rushing at you and you're like going...
That's exactly right.
Have you ever tried to swim in one of those?
No, I have not.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you asking me on the Can I Afford It segment if you can spend $20,000 on something you have never even tried?
I guess I am.
What are you thinking? So first I will tell you if you can afford it or not. Depending on what I say, before you do it, you are going to go down to the store. If I happen to approve you, good luck, $20,000 for a spa. But anyway, you go down and you're going to get in there and you're going to try to swim. And you're going to swim for like 30 or 50 minutes and see if you like it. And imagine that you're going to do that every single day, gulping water in the... Oh, show me the money.
Okay. We have a total of $6,010 combined income.
Yep.
We have expenses of $2,411.
Yep.
We have no debt. We have savings of $113, liquid, get at. money, and we have 224 investments and 11,500 retirement.
And how old are you?
I'm 48.
You are 48 years of age, $11,000 essentially in retirement, and you want to buy this spa, and how are you going to pay for it?
Well, that's my retirement. My husband has a pension.
Yeah.
So, if that helps.
Yeah, well, what do you think? How are you going to pay for it?
I was going to pay for it out of my liquid funds.
You were? All right. Well, let me make this easy for you. You have been approved.
Oh,
now,
boy.
the reason that you've been approved, everybody may be watching right now and going, what? Here's the thing. Your expenses are so low. Everything is covered so well that even though you don't have a lot of money saved in his retirement or whatever it may be, his pension, Social Security, everything else that you have, you will have a nice life for the rest of your life. However, you go and you try it out before you do it. Nicole, what do you want to buy?
Well, Susie, it's my husband. He wants to buy a Kawasaki quad. He's been wanting it for quite some time now. I'm not so crazy about the idea or the expense, so that's why we've called you.
You're using me. You are using me because you want me to deny him so that, and he'll listen to me, but he doesn't want to listen to you. So he has said to you, if Susie says denied, it's okay. Is that not true?
That is true.
I knew it. I could feel it. Rev up those financial engines and show me the money.
Okay. Well, Susie, our take-home combined is $9,253.
Girlfriend, it's not looking so good for you. We're falling on his side right now. Go on. That's good income. Go on.
Our monthly expenses are $6,797 a month.
Great.
And we have a 5-year ARM at 4.5%. We owe $256,000 on that.
Great.
And we have a HELOC at $46,000 at an interest rate of 4.25%.
Yeah.
And we currently owe $2,000 on a car loan, but we have that. We plan to have that paid in December. We have $33,000 in savings, and we have $59,000 in retirement.
How do you plan to pay for this? That's pretty good. You're 29 years old, and look at everything you have. How do you plan to pay for this?
Well, we were going to take it out of the savings, or if you did approve it, we could do partial savings and partial loan.
You wanted me to deny him, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, girlfriend. Actually, boyfriend, he's been denied. And the reason you are denied isn't because I'm siding with you. It's because you do not have enough money in emergency funds currently.
Okay.
If you look at an 8-month emergency fund, which is one of the requirements here on the Suze Orman Show, in most cases, you're under it currently. And you want to give him another boy toy that just increases expenses and all these things? Wrong. You don't have the money, hubby. You have been denied. Put the brakes on that one. Mark, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thanks a lot for having me today.
Anytime.
Well, about 2 years ago, I met and fell in love with the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yes,
She
of
is
course.
Sweetheart and, the object of my life really right now. And I would like to know if I can afford to buy her dream of a Tiffany engagement ring.
Did you hear what you just said? You said the dream of your life right now. Because even you know that right now will turn into tomorrow, years from now, and right now may not be the dream of your life. I just have to ask you, if you were going to choose to buy the love of your life an engagement ring, would this be the one that you would choose, my dear Mark?
Absolutely.
This is the one that you think you can afford? You are not being influenced by her on any level. You are 26 years of age, and you want to spend, and she wants to spend $13,000 on an engagement ring. Do you think that's wise? Show me the money.
All right. Well, I have an income of $2,500 a month after my investments. I save $400 a month for my 401k, which is matched by my employer, and then I save $400 to $600 a month straight into my savings.
And how are you going to pay for this?
Well, my expenses are only $1,435 a month.
Yeah.
I have very little debt. I have a $5,000 student loan at 4%.
Yeah.
I have $7,000 in liquid savings, and I have $10,000 in my retirement, which I can't really touch.
But the $7,000 in liquid savings is going to go towards the $13,000 ring, and you're going to be $6,000 in debt if you do it, correct?
Well, actually, only $6,000 of the $7,000 is going to the ring, and then I'm going to finance the other $7,000 at 0% for 12 months.
Denied! Denied! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with only a $1,400 a month expenses? You're going to move in together. If you get married, everything's going to skyrocket out of control. You do not have the money for that. Who cares if it's $6,000 on a credit card or $7,000 financed in the hopes you're going to pay it off in 1 year? You lose your job, you get sick, anything can happen to you. Your girlfriend, your fiance, your wife-to-be should not want you making $2,500 a month. You're going to be working 6 months just to pay for this ring for her. Are you kidding? I'm not even sure I would marry her if I were you, but hey, you didn't ask me that. Okay, anyway, Nina, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. This is Nina from Palmer, Alaska. Thank you for taking my call.
Anytime.
All right. I would like to actually purchase a vendor space at the Alaska State Fair that's held every August.
Does Sarah Palin go to it?
I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, you're not a fan, I can tell by how you said that. But anyway, so you want to spend $2,280 to do what at the Alaska Fair? Buy a space, just one little space? And what are you going to do in this space?
And in this space, I actually want to sell. I'm actually pretty good at baking, and my family and friends say that I could market it in town. I've actually done it in high school, so I know how it works just for, marketing and advertising and, what exactly.
And you have figured out that not only with the space, $2,280 for the space, does that include what you're going to need for all the flour and the baking and the icing and everything?
No, it's just for the space.
Where are you going to get the money for the other stuff? Why didn't you come to me tonight asking me for all the money that you needed? Well, true business plan, the space and everything else like that. Because you didn't think about that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
All right, so even if before we get to the money, you're denied. You are denied before we even get to it. And the reason is you are not thorough with what you are planning to do. You can't come and ask me or anybody else if you can spend $2,280 now. Everybody knows on the Can I Afford It segment that I have all your facts and figures. I know whether I'm going to approve you or deny you before I come on the air. I study these in great detail. And I have to tell you, I had approved you up until that point. Up till that point, Nina, because I thought for sure you had included everything. But this is where we make mistakes, where we just think that we can do it, we don't do a big business plan, and then we get in trouble. So you've been denied, and I just saved you.
All right.
Got that? Want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? You need me, America, to tell you whether you can afford something or not. You got that? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and I will tell you right there what you need to know so you can come right here and ask me if you can afford it or not. Did you hear what you just said? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
How do I start paying this credit card debt that we have? What's wrong with him? What are the charges for?
Basically, cash advancements.
All right, so, John. You know what it's like to walk down the street and people go, "Can I see your teeth?" And then they go, "They're really white." And they walk away. And I'm like, "Thank you. Thank you very much." Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. New Jersey, not so far from where I am right now. We have Emily on the air. Girlfriend, give it to me.
Hi, Susie. Thanks for taking my call. I am desperately in need of your help and advice.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you, girlfriend.
I just found out that my wonderful husband has accrued $98,000 in credit card debt.
Oh, yeah. See, you were like in Sibyl, our very first guest tonight. All right, so $98,000 in credit card debt. I just have to ask this before you go on. Okay. Are you both working?
Yes. Well, he's self-employed. I'm salaried.
You're salaried. And by any chance, have you been making more money than he has?
Yes.
And since you've been making more money than him, is that when he started to get into credit card trouble?
No.
It's been for how long?
It's about a year and a half when we started our renovations in our house.
So this money is all on a card for renovations for your home?
Yes, probably along with other bills. Yeah.
Why do I think that it has something to do with the fact that you are making more money than him and he doesn't like it and it's showing up on this credit card? But that's not why you're calling in. Ask your question.
My question is, how do I start trying to pay this credit card debt that we have?
Wait a minute. What is this? How do I, did you hear what you just said? Did you hear it?
I did.
How do I start paying this credit card debt that we have? What's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong with
But
him.
that's not what you said. You said I, which indicates that we, meaning he, can't pay for it. Why can't he pay for it?
Well, because his job is just not doing well. He just doesn't have the money.
And so what does he spend? Does he go out to eat?
No.
Never.
He really, besides just our regular bills, he has child support from another marriage. So he really doesn't go out and spend that much money.
But somehow in your mind, you are blaming him for the $98,000 that's on this credit card, aren't you?
Yes.
Why? That's what I'm not getting here. Why is it his fault that there's $98,000 on this credit card if he doesn't go out and spend? What is Suze Orman not getting here?
I'm not sure what you're getting. I think I'm blaming him because, first of all, I didn't know about any of the debt. I carry no balances on my credit cards. I always believe in paying cash, and if you don't have it, then don't spend.
So he put $98,000 on a credit card. You've seen every charge. What are the charges for?
Basically, cash advancements.
All right, so, John.
They're separate cards, or all under his name.
All right, so wait, I have to compose myself here.
Okay.
$98,000 for cash advances, for money that he is taking out, and you don't have a clue what he's doing with that money, and you don't think that your husband has a problem?
Oh, I think he has a problem.
What do you think the problem is?
I think the problem was...
He still got it. Is
that he doesn't realize that his self-employed job is just not working and that he has to get a job that brings in money.
But what is he doing with that money? That's what you don't know.
Yeah,
I asked you at the beginning of this call, does your husband have a problem with that you make more money than he does? And you said no. But he yet is indicative of husbands who have a problem with wives who are making more money, and they take money out of their credit cards to impress their friends so that they can feel like they're the man in the family. So are you sure he's not going out to eat? Are you sure he's not spending money on clothes? Does he have a gambling problem, a drinking problem, a drug problem, or a mistress? He's got some problem there, girlfriend. But it's not his problem, it's your problem. It's your problem because why? You aren't admitting that he has a problem. You're taking this debt on as if it's your problem, and the fact is it's his problem. You, I am so sorry to say, are in a relationship with a man who isn't being honest with you. Did you not hear our first guest tonight? 30,000 went into 143,000, then went into 200,000, and now they're getting legally separated and divorced. Are you kidding me? Up next, emails. Somebody tweeted, this was a while back now, that they thought I was really cold-blooded. Would you describe me as cold-blooded? Hello, Lou.
Oh, hi.
How are you? All right, there we go. Yes, welcome back to the most feisty Suze Orman Show this evening. It is email time. Lou's Hour.
Hi.
Lou's Hour. Hi, Lou. How am I doing
I
tonight?
thought you were changing the name of the segment.
I know, but it takes a while for the graphics people to do
fine.
that. But anyway, okay.
You're on fire tonight.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Because you get mad. You get passionate.
I get passionate.
I don't want to say mad even. You get passionate.
You know,
care.
There was a show that we did quite a while ago. I don't know if all of you remember it, but with this woman, Amy, who had taken on all the debt of her husband, and I was trying to get her to get this and yelling at her. And somebody tweeted, this was a while back now, that they thought I was really cold-blooded. Would you describe me as cold-blooded?
Not at all.
Yeah. I don't think people get how I really, really care.
Yeah.
I care so much about all of you, I cannot even begin to tell you. I may sometimes come down harsh on you, but I'm here to tell you nobody in the United States, when it comes to money, in my opinion, cares about you and your well-being and wanting more for you than Miss Orman right here. So if I come across harsh, it's because you need a serious love smack, if you ask me, to get your head in order. Do you have an email for me, sir?
A love smack.
A love smack.
All right. From Jill, 51, in Columbus, Ohio. My best friend and I bought a home together in 2002, but my credit was bad at the time, and she had the mortgage in her name only. The deed is also in her name only. She is 50 and I am 51. We each made wills in 2004 stating that our property is left to each other, but I am not comfortable not having my name on the deed. I've been reading about the joint tenancy with right to survivorship, but not really sure if that's the way to go. Should we just refinance and get both our names on the mortgage now that my credit is good again? We currently have a 5.5%, 30-year fix.
You know, Jill, I have to tell you, I do think you should refinance and get the mortgage in both of your names, and therefore, both of your names on title as well. It's not quite fair to put it in joint tenancy with right of survivorship. You get the house, you get all this stuff. God forbid, maybe you don't want to live together anymore. Who knows? Anything can happen, as we've seen tonight on the Suze Orman Show with husbands, wives, friends, life partners, whatever it may be. And your friend would be totally responsible for the mortgage. So that's not fair. So if I were you, interest rates are still right about there. Why not refinance if you've been doing it? Now, here we are 8 years later. So why not refinance into a 20-year mortgage or a 15-year mortgage? And you may find maybe you'll even get a better interest rate. Who knows? But I would do that. So refinance into a shorter-term mortgage, both of your names on the loan, both of your names on title. Still, you can take the title as joint tenancy with right of survivorship. What state was she from?
She was in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus. Okay, that's not a community property state, so all right, no problem.
Good. Would you even say two friends should even buy a home together?
Well, obviously, it's worked for them for the past 8 years, sure.
Yeah.
Friends, and are they friends? Are they life partners? Who knows what it really is? But yeah, it's obviously worked out. You know, not everybody needs to have a love relationship. They can live with friends, especially women as they get older. Great idea. Love that.
Great.
You ready to go home?
I am ready to go home.
I've worn myself out tonight.
You've worn me out tonight.
I always wear you out. All right, everybody. Do you get what the bottom line is here? Do you get it? You have got to trust your gut. You have got to have the courage to look at your situations and know when you are being deceived and when you are not. And you have got to be able to be honest with yourself and know to take the action that will help you in the long run. So until next Saturday night, there's only one thing that I want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. Straight from my gut to you, stay safe.